For some reason my last video got cut off, so I'm starting this back up. Okay, so when we have this function, f of x is equal to 2 times the absolute value of x minus 3. And so let's just make up some numbers. Okay, when x is 0, let's plug it in. We'd have 2 times 0 minus 3, absolute value. And we would want to solve this stuff inside. It kind of works like PEMDAS. You do all the stuff inside the parentheses, and then you would multiply. So we're going to actually do all the stuff inside these two vertical bars, and then we'll multiply it by 2. So this would be 2 times the absolute value of 0 minus 3 is negative 3. Take the absolute value of that, and we would get 2 times 3, which then makes 6. So then when x is 0, f of x is 6. Okay, if you wanted to graph that point, it would be at 0, 6. Okay, let's try one more on this. If, let's see, if x was maybe negative 2, then we'd want to plug it in, negative 2 minus 3. Find the stuff inside first, so then we'd have 2 times the absolute value of negative 5. Take the absolute value, so we'd have 2 then times 5, and from there 2 times 5 is 10. So we would have when x is negative 2, f of x is 10, and if you want to graph it, it would be at negative 2, 10. That would be the coordinate point. Okay. Let's try one different situation. Let's say instead of multiplying it by 2, let's say we add 2 instead. Okay, just making this up. Then our process, right, is x minus 3 absolute value plus 2. And let's start making up numbers. When x is 0, okay, then we'd have the absolute value of 0 minus 3 plus 2. And then from there, 0 minus 3 is negative 3, so we have absolute value of negative 3 plus 2. Absolute value of negative 3 is 3 plus 2 makes 5. So we'd have a point at 0, 5. Okay, let's try one more. When it's 1, when x is 1, and I just try to take easy numbers. Absolute value of 1 minus 3 plus 2. Well, 1 minus 3 is negative 2, so we'd have the absolute value of negative 2 plus 2. Absolute value of negative 2 is 2, plus 2 is 4. So if you want to plot that, our coordinate point would be 1, 4. Okay, let's actually do one more, kind of a hybrid that's incorporating everything. And let's go ahead and put this 2 back here. And so we'll say 2 times absolute value of x minus 3 plus 2. Okay, again, we're going to plug in values. And so we'd have 2 times 0 minus 3, absolute value of that, plus 2. And let's see what happens. So we have 2 times the absolute value of negative 3 plus 2. Absolute value of negative 3 is just 3, so we have 2 times 3 plus 2. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 2, and 6 plus 2 is 8. And so if you wanted to plot that, your coordinate point would be 0, 8. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, so let's say when x is maybe 2, when x is 2. Then we'd have 2 times the absolute value of 2 minus 3 plus 2. 2 minus 3, just like we do the parentheses first, right? We do everything inside the absolute value first. So we get 2 minus 3 is negative 1, absolute value. Then we need to take the absolute value. It would be 2 times, the absolute value of negative 1 is 1. So 2 times 1 plus 2. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 2 is 4. So then we'd have a coordinate point at 2, 4. And that's how you calculate absolute value.